Okay, good afternoon my dear students. So welcome to the accounts class. So today we'll be continuing with the same chapter, that is partnership fundamentals. Okay, so but we'll be starting a new topic, that is partners capital account. Okay, so partners capital, you have to make a separate account for each partners under the partners capital account. As I've already explained you, profit and loss appropriation account is a firm's account. Okay, and this partners capital account is basically for the partners. Okay, so we'll write all the incomes of the partners on the credit side of the partners capital account and all the expenses of the partners on the debit side of the partners capital account. Okay, so there are two methods of preparing partners capital account. First one is your fixed capital method and the second one is your fluctuating capital method. Okay, so there are two methods, one is your fixed capital method and the second one is your fluctuating capital method. So under the fixed capital method, again you have to make two types of account. You have to prepare two accounts under the fixed capital method. Okay, the first is your partner's capital account and the second one is your partner's current account. So under fixed capital method you have to prepare two accounts. One is your partner's capital account and second one is your partner's current account. Okay, so under the partner's capital account, this account shows only the capital balance of the partners, only the capital, okay, like the opening balance, or if there is any additional capital that will come in the partner's capital account, and if there is any withdrawal that will also be shown in the partner's capital account. Okay, so it shows the amount of capital only and the balance of the capital will remain unchanged. Your balance of the capital, it will remain unchanged until the additional capital is introduced or if there is any withdrawal. So if there is any additional capital, obviously your balance will be changed, right? But if there is no additional capital and if there is no withdrawal of the money or withdrawal of capital, then your balance will remain the same. Okay, it will not change under the partner's capital account. So only one item will come, that is your partner's capital. Okay, and apart from the partner's capital, if there is any additional capital, that will also come in the partner's capital account, and if there is any withdrawal of capital, that will also appear in the partner's capital account. Okay, the second type of account is your partner's current account. Okay, so under partner's current account, apart from the capital, all the other adjustments will be made in this account. Okay, so adjustments relating to interest on drawing, interest on capital, your partner's salary, commission, everything will come under your partner's current account. Even the profit, like share of profit and loss appropriation account will also come in, your distributable profit will also come in your partner's current account. Okay, hope so it's clear. In your partner's current capital account, only the capital balance will come, and in the partner's current account, all the other adjustments will be made. Okay, so second type of account is your method of preparing partner's capital account is your fluctuating capital method. Okay, so under the fluctuating capital method, your adjustments, all the adjustments will be made in this fluctuating capital method, and all the capital, like if there is any additional capital, capital introduced, initial capital, your withdrawal, everything will come under your fluctuating capital method. Okay, so under the fluctuating capital method, you have to make only one account. Only one account will be prepared. Okay, and that is your partner's capital account. Okay, so only one account will be prepared, that is your partner's capital account. On all the balances or all the adjustments will be made in this account only. Okay, you don't have to make a separate account for the partner's capital or the separate account for the current account, or separate account for other adjustments. You have to write everything in this capital account. Okay, all the adjustments including your capital will come under your partner's capital account if your capital is fluctuating, if you are following under the fluctuating capital method. Okay, so now I'll show you the format of your fixed capital and the format of capital account under the fluctuating capital method. Okay, so let's have a look at the board. Okay, the this is under your fixed capital method. So you have to make two accounts. One is your capital account and another one is your current account. Okay. So partners capital account. The format of partners capital account, you have to make, if there are two partners, then you have to make two columns, and if there are three partners, you have to make three columns. Okay. So here two partners are given, that is X and Y. So first debit side is particular X, Y, separate column for X, separate column for Y, and then your particulars and again your X column and Y's column. Okay. So now first of all you have to start your partner's capital account with the balance of your capital, that is the opening balance of the capital. Okay. So balance brought down, by balance brought down, that is the opening balance of the capital, and you have to write the capital, X capital in X columns and Y's capital in the Y column. Okay. In Y's column. After that, if there is any additional capital, that will come in the partner's capital account. Okay. That is by cash or by bank, additional capital introduced, and you have to write the additional capital amount. Okay. And then on the debit side, if there is any withdrawal of capital, then that you have to write on the debit side, that is to bank or to cash, capital withdrawn. Okay. And then to balance carried down, that is the closing balance or the balancing figure. Okay. Balancing figure to balance carried down, and write the difference in both the columns. Okay. After that, the second account is your partner's current account. So under the partner's current account, again you have to start this partner's current account with the opening balance of the current account. If there is any opening balance of the current account, that you have to write in the partner's current account. After that, as I have already told you, all the incomes will come on the credit side and all the expenses of the partners will come on the debit side. Okay. So the incomes means your interest and capital, that is the income for the partner, your salary, commission will come on the credit side. Okay. You have to write the salary of X in his column and salary of Y in his column. Okay. Separately, and then by profit and loss appropriation account, that is the sale of profit. Okay. And then on the credit side, and then at last by balance carried down, that is the closing debit balance. If there is debit balance, that will come on the credit side, and if there is credit balance, that will come on the debit side. Okay, so let's move on to the debit side. So on the debit side, you have to write the opening balance, opening debit balance. Sometimes in the question you may get a debit balance. If it is a debit balance, it will come on the debit side, and if it is a credit balance, that will come on the credit side. Okay. Then after that, all the expenses means drawing is an expense for the for your partner, so drawing will come on the debit side, and interest and drawing will also come on the debit side. And after that, if there is any sale of loss, instead of profit, if there is loss, then that sale will come on the debit side. And then at last, the to balance, that is the difference between, if this side is greater, if your credit side is greater, then the balance will come on the debit side. If debit side is greater, then the balance will come on the credit side. Okay. So this is the format of your partner's capital account under fixed capital method. Okay. So now I'll show you the format of the partner's capital account under the method fixed fluctuating capital, under fluctuating capital method. Okay, the second one, this is under the fluctuating capital method. So under fluctuating capital method, you have to prepare only one account, that is partner's capital account, and all the adjustments will be made in this account only. Okay. So again, like your fixed capital method, this capital account balance will also start with the opening balance of the capital. Okay. You have to write the opening balance of X and opening balance of Y on the credit side, by balance brought down, and write the opening balance. After that, if there is any additional capital, then that you have to write on the credit side by cash or bank account, additional capital introduced. And then after that, interest and capital, your partner's salary, commission, and then the sale of profit, and at last by balance carried down. If your debit balance is more than the credit balance, the difference will come on the credit side. Okay. Then on the debit column, we have opening balance of your opening debit balance of capital. Okay. And then to cash, to bank, that is capital withdrawn. If there is any withdrawal of capital, that will come on the credit side, and debit side. And then to drawings account, that is out of profit. If you have made drawing out of profit, then that will come under your partner's capital account on the debit side. And then we have share of losses. If there is any losses, if there is share of loss, that will come on the debit side to profit and loss account, share in losses, and then at last to balance carried down the difference between credit and debit side. If the debit side is more than credit side, then the difference will come on the debit side to balance carried down. Likewise, if debit side is more than credit side, then balancing figure will come on the credit side. Okay, by balance carried down, that is the closing debit balance. Okay, so now let's solve one question. So one question on your capital account. A is entitled to receive rupees 1000 per month as salary, and A's initial capital investment is rupees 1 lakh. So B is entitled to receive rupees 1500 per month as commission, and B's initial investment is 2 lakh rupees. So how will we show the above items under fixed capital method and fluctuating capital method? I'll show you how to show the following items under the fixed capital method and fluctuating capital method. Okay, so first we'll solve under the fixed capital method. First under fixed capital method. Okay. So as you all know, under the fixed capital method, you have to prepare two types of account. One is your partner's capital account, where only the capital balance will come, and the second one, partner's current account, where all the adjustments will be made. Okay. First, we'll prepare partner's capital account. Under the fixed capital method, we'll prepare partner's capital account. Okay. I've already shown you the format of partner's capital account. So here, there are two partners A and B. So you have to make two columns, one for A and one for B. Okay. So one, if date is mentioned, then you have to make a separate column for date as well, but there is no, date is not mentioned in the question, so we will not make any column, separate column for the date. Okay. So this is your partner's capital account under the fixed capital method. Okay. So this is your particular, this is your A's column, write the amount, B's column, amount, again particular, your A's column, so A's rupees column, and B, write it the amount. Okay. So now this is your debit side and this is your credit side. Okay. So first you have to start with the opening balance of your capital. Okay. So here on the question, your opening balance is already given, that is A's initial investment is the opening balance. Okay. A's initial investment is rupees 1 lakh and B's initial investment is 2 lakh. Okay. So I can write here by balance brought down. If it is the opening balance, we'll write by balance brought down, and inside the bracket write by opening balance. Okay. And the amount is 1 lakh rupees for A, that's 1 lakh, and for B is 2 lakh rupees. So opening balance of A is 1 lakh and opening balance of B is 2 lakh. Apart from the opening balance, what we need is, we need additional capital. We'll write additional capital and permanent withdrawal, right? But there is no additional capital and there is no withdrawal of capital. So we'll write only the opening balance here. Okay, so after this, like only the capital account will come in the partner's capital account under fixed capital method. So since there is no other item, we'll total the balance. Just total the amount. So here, your debit side, there is no item on the debit side. So we'll write the total of credit side on both the column. Okay. ₹2 lakh here on the debit side, credit side, and 1 lakh and 2 lakh rupees on the debit side. Okay. So now, after this, the difference, since there is no item on the debit side, we have to write the difference, and the difference is to balance carried down. Okay, difference is carried down. we can write your closing balance, or we can write the balancing figure as well. Closing balance of capital, or we can write the balancing figure. Just find out the difference. So difference is 1 lakh rupees and this is your 2 lakh rupees. Okay. So only capital account will come here. So opening balance of your capital 1 lakh and 2 lakh. Since there is no other item, so you have to write the total. You have to total the amount and you have to write the same amount on the debit side as well to balance carried down. That is the closing balance. So now this is first account. Second one is your partner's current account. Under the fixed capital method, you have to prepare two accounts. One is your partner's capital account. Second one, partner's current account. Okay. So now we will make partner's current account. Here's the same. Your A's amount and your B's amount. This is your credit side. This is your particular. A's amount, A's column and B's column. Okay. So write your partner's current account. Alright, account. This is the debit side. So write your particular. So in the partner's current account, capital balance, like your current account's balance will come. If there is any balance, current account balance, that will come in the partner's current account. And apart from the partner's current account balance, all the other adjustments, like for example, if there is any interest on capital, that will come. If there is any salary given to the partners, if there is any commission given to the partners, that will come under your partner's current account. Okay. So now let's start with the. Have a look at the question first. Here, A is entitled to receive 1000 rupees per month as salary. So, A is getting a salary of rupees 1000 per month, which is equal to 12,000 per year, right? Per annum. So, we'll write here A's salary. As I've already told you, income is your partner's income will come on the credit side and partner's expenses will come on the debit side. So, A's salary is his income, so it will come on the debit side. Okay. So, by salary account. So who is getting salary here? A is getting salary, that is 1000 rupees per month, which is equal to 12,000 rupees per annum. Okay. B is not getting any salary, so that's after that B is entitled to receive rupees 1500 per month as commission. So B is getting a commission of rupees 1500 per month. Per month means in a year he will get 1500 into 12 and that is equal to 18,000 rupees, right? So, we'll write here by commission. So, who is getting commission here? B is getting a commission. So, we'll write here 1500 rupees into 12, that is equal to 18,000 as B's commission. So, apart from your salary and commission, there is no other item. Okay, so only these two items will come. There is no drawing, there is no interest in drawing. So, debit side, there is no item on the debit side. Okay. So now let's total the balance of the credit side. Total the amount of the credit side and balance it. Okay. Okay, the second type of account which will be prepared under the fixed capital method is your partner's current account. Okay. So under this account, all the adjustments will be made. Okay, apart from the capital, all the adjustments will be made. If there is any current account balance, then that will appear in the partner's current account. Okay. Since there is no current account balance, so we'll start this with the salary. It is given in the question by A is getting a salary of rupees 1000 per month. Okay. So in a year he will be getting 12,000 rupees, 1000 into 12. And second item is your commission. So A is again your B is getting a commission of rupees 1500 per month, which is equal to 1500 into 12. That is 18,000 per year. Okay. So only two items are given in the question. So we'll write only the two items and we'll total the balance. Okay. So let's total the A's column, that is 12,000 and B's total is 18,000 rupees. So we'll write the same balance, that is 12,000 and 18,000 on the debit side as well. So write 12,000 in A's column and 18,000 in the B's column. Okay. So now, since there is no item on the debit side, we'll write this balance here to balance carried down. This is equal to your balancing figure. This is your balancing figure. Okay, so balancing figure is 12,000 rupees in A's column and 18,000 rupees in B's column. So this is under your fixed capital method. Okay, so under fixed capital method you have to prepare two accounts, that is one partner's capital account and second one partner's current account. So under the partner's capital account you will write only the balance, that is opening balance of capital. So only the capital account will appear in the partner's capital account, and apart from the capital, other adjustments will come under your partner's current account. All the other adjustments will be made in the partner's current account. So your salary, commissions are the income of the partners, so that will come on the credit side of the partner's current account. Okay, since there is no item on the debit side, so we will just write the difference here, okay, as balance carried down. By balance carried down, your difference. Okay, so now we'll make another, like second type. So under your fluctuating capital method, okay, we'll do the second one, that is your fluctuating capital method. So now fluctuating capital method. So under fluctuating capital method, fluctuating capital okay. So under the fluctuating capital method, you have to prepare only one account and all the adjustments will be made in that account only. Okay, you have to prepare only one account, that is your partner's capital account. Partner's capital account. Okay, so partner's capital account, so everything will come under your partner's capital account only. Okay, all the adjustments will be made here in this partner's capital account. So balance will start, or your account will start with the opening balance of capital. Since it is already given in the question, the opening or the initial capital investment of A and B is 1 lakh and 2 lakh rupees. So we'll start with the opening balance, that by balance brought down. Balance brought down, this is the opening balance. Okay, so we'll write it here on the, so 1 lakh rupees for A and 2 lakh rupees for B. So after this, let's check the other items. Salary, A is getting a salary, so that will also come in the debit credit side since it is an income. So write by salary. A is getting a salary of rupees 1000 per month, that is equal to 12,000 per year per annum. Then after that we have commission. So B is getting a commission, so we'll write by commission account. So your commission is 1500 per month, which is equal to rupees 18,000 per annum. Okay, so these are the items. Your balance is given, capital balance is given 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees. Then A is getting a salary of rupees 12,000 and B is getting a commission of rupees 18,000. Everything will come in your one account only under the fluctuating capital method. Only one account you have to prepare, that is partner's capital account. Everything will come, your capital, your other adjustments, everything will come under your capital account only, partner's capital account. Okay, so now what you need to do is you have to total the balance, total the amount of debit and credit side. Okay, 1 lakh plus 12,000 gives you 1 lakh 12,000 and 2 lakh plus 18,000 gives you 2 lakh 18,000. Since there is no item on the debit side, you have to write the same balance. 1 lakh 12,000 and 2 lakh 18,000. Okay, so write here the balance to balance carried down. Difference to balance carried down, that is the closing figure, or we can write the balancing figure as well. So balancing figure or the closing balance. So it's same, that is 1 lakh 12,000 in A's column and 2 lakh 18,000 in B's column. Okay. Okay. So if it is capital, if it is fluctuating, then you have to prepare only one account, that is partner's capital account, where you will write capital balance, your other adjustments related to salary, commission, etc. Okay. So now we'll solve one question. So P and Q are partners in a firm setting profit and losses in the ratio 3:2. The capitals were rupees 60,000 and 40,000 as on 1st of January 2015, that is the starting date. Okay. During the year ended, they earned a profit of rupees 30,000. According to the partnership date, both the partners are entitled to get rupees 1,000 per month as salary and 5% interest on their capital. They are also to be charged an interest of 5%, okay, here per annum is not given, only 5% on the drawings irrespective of the period, which is rupees 12,000 for P and rupees 8,000 for Q. Prepare profit and loss appropriation account and partners account when capitals are fixed. That means you have to prepare a partners capital account under the fixed capital method. Okay. So now let's solve the question. First of all, you have to prepare one profit and loss appropriation account to distribute the profit. So write your solution to your question. So we are writing a profit and loss appropriation account. Profit and loss appropriation account for the year ended write the date, that is 31st of December 2015. Okay. Debit side, credit side. Okay. So now this is your debit side and this is your credit side. Okay. This is your amount column. This is your particular amount. As you all know, your profit and loss appropriation account will start with the profit, that is the net profit. Okay, so we'll start with the profit and loss account, that is your net profit. And the net profit is already given, that is 30,000 rupees, and there is no other adjustments related to net profit. Okay, so after the net profit, we have the capitals were rupees 60,000 and 40,000 as on 1st January 2015, and they are getting 5% interest on their capital. Okay, so let's write here on the debit side, since it is an expense to the firm, so we'll write to interest on capital, to interest on partners capital, that is 5% for two partners P and Q. 5% of your 60,000 is 3,000 rupees and 5% of 40,000. Okay, 5% of 40,000 is okay. So now let's enter your so we have 3 plus 2 gives you 5,000. Let's write 5,000 on the main column. After that we have according to the partnership date, both the partners are getting a salary of rupees 1,000 per month. So here both the partners are getting a salary, so we'll write here to salary account. Okay, so both the partners are getting, so we'll write P and Q. 1,000 rupees per month means in a year they will get 12,000 rupees as a salary. So let's write this to 24,000 will come in the main column. Okay. So after the salary we have, they are also to be charged an interest of 5% on their drawings. So they are getting, they are charged interest on drawing, interest on their drawing, that is drawing amount is 12,000 rupees for P and 8,000 rupees for Q. So interest on drawing will come on the credit side because it is an income to the firm. So by interest on drawings, since there are two partners, we'll write interest on drawing for P and interest on drawing for Q. Okay. So P 5% of your 12,600 rupees and Q 5% of 8,000, that is equal to 400. So total drawings amount is 1,000. Okay. Now there is no other item. Okay. So what you need to do is you have to total the balance. You have to total the debit side balance and you have to total the credit side balance. Okay. So your total of debit side is 24,000 plus 5,000, that is 29,000. Total of debit side is 29,000 and your total of credit side is 30 plus 1, that is 31,000. Okay. So 31,000 is the total of credit side. Since your credit side is greater, we will write the same total on both the side, that is 31,000. Okay. Now we will write the difference on the debit side. Since it is 29,000 and the total is 31, so difference is 29, 30 and 31, that is 2,000 rupees. So we will write here 2 profits to partners capital account, partners capital account. Okay. So profits to be transferred to partners capital account. Okay. So write here A, P and Q. So your difference is 2,000. Okay, your difference is 2,000, and since there is since the date your rate is not mentioned, like your ratio is not mentioned. Sorry, it is mentioned in the question, ratio is 3:2. So we'll say the profit in the ratio 3:2. Okay, so your profit is 2,000 rupees. So P will get 3/2. P will get 3/2, that is 3 divided by 5 of your 2,000 rupees, that is equal to 1,200. P will get 1,200 rupees and your Q will get 2/5 of rupees 2,000. So this is equal to 800 rupees. So P is getting 1,200 rupees as share of profit and Q is getting 800 rupees as the share of profit. Okay. So now you have to prepare partners capital account also under the fixed capital method. Okay. So now we will make partners capital account. So partners capital account under the fixed capital method. So under the fixed capital method, you have to prepare 2 accounts. One is your partner's capital account and second one is your partner's current account. Okay. So we'll prepare 2 accounts. One is your partner's capital account where the capital account will remain fixed. So make 2 columns, one for P and one for Q. Then here also same, 1 column for P and 1 column for Q. P and Q, P, Q. Credit side, this is your debit side. Particulars. Okay. So now your partner's capital account will start with the opening balance of the capital that is given in the question. Opening balance of the capital is rupees 60,000 for P and 40,000 for Q. Okay. So write here by balance brought down. That is the opening balance. So it is given 60,000 for P and 40,000 for Q. So since there is no additional capital and there is no withdrawal of capital, okay, one thing I want to say, listen, there is a difference between withdrawal of capital and drawings, okay. So in this capital only withdrawal will come. Withdrawal means if you are withdrawing money for the business use, that is withdrawal of capital. But if you are withdrawing money, if the partners are withdrawing money for their personal use, that is known as drawings, okay. So drawing will not come in your partner's capital account, only the withdrawal of capital will come, okay. Since there is no withdrawal of capital and no additional capital, will total the balance, that is 60,000 in P's column and 40,000 is in Q's column. Write 60,000 here and 40,000 rupees here. So here, write the difference, that is 2 balance carried down. Closing balance of capital. This is the closing balance of your capital, 60,000 and 40,000. Okay. So second account which you have to prepare under the fixed capital method is your current account. Okay, so we'll make current account here. Partners current account. So I'm writing particular here. Okay. So now, in your partner's current account, so capital is, there is no current account balance, so only the other items will come here, like your salary, commission, drawings, interest and drawings, etc. Okay. So we'll start with your share of profit. Okay, so we have already calculated the share of profit, that is 1200 for P and 800 rupees for Q. So we'll write here with the by profit and loss appropriation account. That is your share of profit. Okay, so share of P's profit is 1200 and Q is 800 rupees. So after this, the second item is your interest on capital. We'll write first the credit items, items of the credit side, then we'll write the items of the debit side. Okay. So now the second, write your interest on capital. To interest on capital. So P's interest on capital is 3000 rupees. And Q's interest on capital is 2000 rupees. Okay. After interest on capital, again P and Q are getting a salary, right? So write by salary account. So both the partners are getting salary, that is 12,000 rupees for P and 12,000 rupees for Q. Okay. So after this we have, now on the debit side we have, like, this is also a nominal account, incomes will come on the credit side, expenses will come on the debit side. Okay. So expenses are your interest on drawing. So let's write 2 interest on drawings. Interest on drawings. So interest on P's drawing is 600 rupees and interest on Q's drawing is 400 rupees. Now after interest on drawing you have to write drawings as well. So write 2 drawings. 2 partners drawings account. So P is withdrawing 12,000 rupees. So P's drawing is 12,000 and Q's drawing is 8,000 rupees. So after this drawing, the next item is, okay, so this much only: profit and loss appropriation, share of profit, interest on capital, salary, then interest on drawings. Drawing is, so they are not getting any commission. Okay, so this much. Now total the credit side. So now the credit side total, you have to total the credit side. 12,000 plus 2,000, 14,000 plus 800, it's 14,800. Okay, and 12,000 plus 3,000, 15,000 plus 1, 16,200. This is 16,200. Okay, so we'll write the same amount on the debit side as well, 16,200 and 14,800. Now we'll write the difference on the debit side, that is 2 balance carried down. Okay, so difference between 16,200 and 12,600. We'll calculate the difference and we'll write it here. Second one, 14,800 and your 8,400. We'll calculate the difference and we'll write it on the debit side, okay? So the difference of your 16,200 and 12,600 rupees is 3,600. Okay, to balance carried down, that is the balancing of the closing figure. Closing balance of P is 3,600, and in the same manner difference between 14,800 and 8,400 gives you 6,400. So this is the difference of your the closing balance of Q. Okay. So now first we prepared profit and loss, the preparation account. Okay, so it was a firm's account. We debited all the expenses and we credited all the incomes of the firm. And then we prepared, it was your under your partner fixed capital method, right? There are two methods, one is fluctuating, one is fixed. So this is your fixed capital method. So under fixed capital method you have to prepare two accounts, one is partner's capital account and another one is your partner's current account. So under the partner's capital account only the capital balance will come, which will remain the fixed, that is 60,000 and 40,000. Since there is no additional capital or no withdrawal of capital, so only 60 and 40,000 rupees will come, only the capital will come, initial capital, okay. And in the partner's current account, all the other adjustments will come. So here your interest and capital, since it is this is also your nominal account, so income will come on the credit side, income of the partners, and expenses of the partners will come on the debit side, okay. So profit and loss, set of profit, then interest and capital, then salary, okay. Write P salary in P's column and Q salary in the Q's column. Then in the same manner interest and drawings, that is an expense for the firm, drawings, and then your difference, that is balance brought down on the closing figure. Okay, this much for today. Thank you.
Good afternoon, my dear students. आज म फेरि तिमीहरु समक्षमा क्लास 12 को हिस्ट्री क्लास गर्न गइरहेको छु र मेरो परिचय यस प्रकार छ। आई एम मिस्टर रमेश आचार्य। आई एम फ्रम चन्द्रमाया हायर सेकेन्डरी स्कुल, पुदुङ, कालिम्पोङ। क्लास 12 को स्टुडेन्ट्सलाई आजको यस अनलाइन क्लासमा म न्यानो स्वागत जनाउन चाहन्छु र यो क्लास सुरु गर्न लागिरहेको छु, हिस्ट्री क्लास। आशा छ यो यत्रो लकडाउनको अवधिमा तिमीहरूले घरमा बसेर यो अनलाइन क्लासको फाइदा उठाइरहेको छौ भन्ने आशा साँचेको छु र विशेष from the very beginning of the class, I would like to request all the students, please तिमीहरूले आफ्नो खाता पेन लिएर बसिदिने म अनुरोध गर्दछु। किनभने यो अनलाइन क्लासमा हामीले भनेको जतिवटा कुराहरू छ, इम्पोर्टेन्ट पोइन्ट्सहरू, त्यो पोइन्ट्सहरू तिमीहरूले नोट गर्न सक्नेछौ। र म आजको टपिकमा म जाँदैछु कि च्याप्टर 3 बाट नेचर अफ द कोलोनियल डोमिनेन्स। नेचर अफ द कोलोनियल डोमिनेन्स, यसको सब टपिक छ इन्डिया एज अ कोलोनियल स्टेट। नेचर अफ द कोलोनियल डोमिनेन्स एन्ड द इन्डिया एज अ कोलोनियल स्टेट। नेचर अफ द कोलोनियल डोमिनेन्स, डोमिनेन्स मिन्स टु रुल, हाउ द कोलोनियल गभर्नमेन्ट रुल इन्डिया। कसरी रुल गरे त कोलोनियल गभर्नमेन्टले स्पेशली इन्डियालाई कसरी रुल गरे। एज यु नो द्याट भास्को डागामा हामी जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ हामी एकदमै जतिखेर भास्को डागामा हि वाज अ पर्टुगिज नेभिगेटर, he came to India, he discovered the sea route to India। जब भास्को डागामाले सी रुट फाइन्ड आउट गरे, डिस्कभर गरे इन्डिया आउने, त्यतिखेरदेखि नै it opened a new vista in the Indo-European relations। Before that, Europeans were unknown to the East. India को विषयमा अथवा इस्टको विषयमा युरोपियनहरूले केही पनि जानेका थिएन, केही थाहा पनि थिएन। जब भास्को डा गामाले सी रुट डिस्कभर गरे इन्डिया आउने, त्यो सी रुट डिस्कभर गरिसकेपछि युरोपियनहरूको रिलेसन इन्डियामा स्टार्ट भयो। इन्डियाको रिलेसन, इन्डियाज रिलेसन्स विथ द युरोपियन पावर, युरोपियन कन्ट्रिज लाइक इङ्ल्यान्ड, फ्रान्स, डच, पोर्टुगिज एक्सेट्रा। दे वर द युरोपियन कन्ट्रिज हु वर इन्ट्रेस्टेड, एकदमै इन्ट्रेस्टेड थिए कोसँग भन्दा इन्डियासँग। इन्डियामा के छ कसो छ भन्ने कुराहरू यिनीहरूलाई जान्ने एउटा इच्छा भयो। त्यसले गर्दाखेरि फर्स्टमा पोर्टुगिज नेभिगेटर भास्को डा गामाले इन्डियाको रुट, इन्डिया आउने बाटो सी रुट उनले डिस्कभर गरे। त्यो गरिसकेपछि अब युरोपियन्सहरू इन्डिया आउनु सुरु गरे, इन्डिया आउनु थाले। इन्डिया आउनु थालिसकेपछि सबभन्दा पहिला यिनीहरू आएका थिए। स्पेशली एज पर आवर टपिक, India as a colonial state, that means the British rule in India. ब्रिटिसहरू इन्डियामा आए, कहिले आए भन्दा 1600 AD मा अन्डर द नेम अफ इङ्ग्लिस ईस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी, इङ्ग्लिस ईस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी, इङ्ग्लिस ईस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी। त्यसै गरी फ्रेन्चहरू पनि इन्डियामा आए, जसलाई भन्छ हामी फ्रेन्च ईस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी। त्यसै गरी डचहरू आए, पोर्टुगिजहरू आए, स्पेनिसहरू आए। के को लागि आए भन्दा चाहिँ इन्डियामा ट्रेड गर्नको लागि आएको थियो। र स्पेशली इङ्ग्लिस ईस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी, दे केम टु इन्डिया इन 1600 AD। इट वाज फर योर इन्फर्मेसन, तिमीहरूको इन्फर्मेसनको लागि चाहिँ म के भन्न चाहन्छु भन्दा इङ्ग्लिस ईस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी वाज ए प्राइभेट कम्पनी। यु रिमेम्बर द पोइन्ट, इङ्ग्लिस ईस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी एउटा प्राइभेट कम्पनी थियो। वेयरएज द फ्रेन्च ईस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी वाज ए गभर्मेन्ट कम्पनी। खालि म फ्रेन्च पावर र इङ्ग्लिस पावर, जसलाई भन्छ हामी कार्नेटिक वारहरू भएको थियो, फर्स्ट, सेकेन्ड एन्ड थर्ड कार्नेटिक वार्स, एङ्ग्लो फ्रेन्च जसलाई भन्छौँ हामी एङ्ग्लो फ्रेन्च राइभलरी। त्यो राइभलरी हुनुको मुख्य कारण थियो के को लागि भन्दा चाहिँ ओभर द सुप्रिमेसी अफ पावर, हु विल बी द सुप्रिम पावर इन इन्डिया। त्यसले गर्दा इङ्ग्लिस ईस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी इट वाज ए प्राइभेट कम्पनी थियो। एन्ड फ्रेन्च ईस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी वाज ए गभर्मेन्ट कम्पनी। अब हामीले यसै पनि हेऱ्यौँ भनेदेखि सबभन्दा बेसी काम जति नाफा हुन्छ त्यो नाफा चाहिँ फाइदा कसलाई हुन्छ त प्राइभेट कम्पनीलाई हुन्छ। बेसी खट्ने जति भयो नाफा कसैलाई बुझाउनु परेन। प्राइभेटली तिनीहरूले के गर्थे, एकाअर्कामा बाँड्ने काम गर्थे, गभर्मेन्टलाई दिनुपर्ने थिएन। त्यसले इङ्ग्लिस ईस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी एकदमै स्ट्रङली यहाँ काम गर्नु थाल्यो कम्पनीले। तर पछि गएर हेर्दाखेरि फ्रेन्च ईस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी चाहिँ एकदमै स्ल्याक हुँदै गयो। किन भन्दा यो चाहिँ इट वाज अन्डर गभर्मेन्ट सुपरभिजन, गभर्मेन्टको सुपरभिजनमा थियो यो फ्रेन्च ईस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी। त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ समटाइम्स द कम्पनी एक्टिभिटिज एकदमै स्ल्याक भयो। किनभने अब जति पनि कमायो, जति खट्यो, जति गर्यो त्यो चाहिँ गभर्मेन्टले लान्थ्यो। त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ हामीले हेऱ्यौँ भने पनि, युजली हामीले हेऱ्यौँ भने पनि प्राइभेट र गभर्मेन्ट जुन चाहिँ छ त्यसमा अलिकति राम्रो खालको क्वालिटी अफ वर्क्स हामी देख्छौँ। प्राइभेट सेक्टरमा हामी देख्छौँ। गभर्मेन्ट सेक्टरमा कतिवटा काममा स्ल्याकनेसहरू आउँछ। सेम केस वाज ह्यापन्ड इन द फ्रेन्च इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी। एकदम स्ल्याक भयो। त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ यो फ्रेन्च इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी चाहिँ यो इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी प्राइभेट कम्पनीसँग म्याच गर्नु सकेन, कम्पेयर हुनु सकेन। त्यसले गर्दा इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी बिकेम पावरफुल इन इन्डिया। इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी अन्डर द नेम अफ इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी। र इन 1600 AD अब यो इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनीको विषयमा म अलिकति तिमीलाई म भन्न चाहन्छु। यो 1600 AD मा क्वीन एलिजाबेथ द फर्स्ट, क्वीन अफ इङ्ल्यान्ड क्वीन एलिजाबेथ द फर्स्ट, उनले एउटा चार्टर, एउटा प्रिभिलेज दिए। उनले चार्टर, सी गेभ ए चार्टर टु द इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी टु ट्रेड इन इन्डिया। इन्डियामा ट्रेड गर्नु लागि चाहिँ क्वीन एलिजाबेथ द फर्स्टले इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनीलाई ट्रेड गर्ने पर्मिसन, एउटा मतलब चार्टर दिएर पठाए, जसलाई चाहिँ भन्छ हामी मोनोपोली ट्रेड। कम्पनीज मोनोपोली ट्रेड, कम्पनीको आफ्नै प्रकारले ट्रेड गर्ने एउटा चार्टर क्वीन एलिजाबेथ द फर्स्टले ग्रान्ट गरे। त्यसले गर्दा दे केम टु इन्डिया अन्डर द नेम अफ इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी। म खालि ब्रिटिसहरूको मात्रै म यहाँ कुरा गर्दैछु, किन भन्दाखेरि ब्रिटिसहरूको विषयमा अब हामी पढ्नुपर्छ यहाँनिर, कोलोनियल गभर्मेन्ट भनेर हामी भन्छौँ। त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ अब इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनीको नाममा व्यापार गर्नु लागि आयो अन्डर द नेम अफ इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी। इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनीको नाम सुरु भयो। त्यसले गर्दा दे केम टु इन्डिया के को लागि भन्दा ट्रेड गर्नुको लागि, व्यापार गर्नुको लागि कम्पनी आयो, इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी इन 1600 AD भन्छौँ हामी, AD 1600 AD आयो इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी। सो ब्रिटिस दे केम टु इन्डिया, फर्स्टमा तिनीहरू के भयो भन्दा एउटा ट्रेडर भएर आए। फर्स्ट दे केम एज ट्रेडर भयो। They came to India as a trader. They wanted to do trade in India. They wanted to earn more profit through Indian trade. Trader boy. In course of time, पछि गएर they became a colonist. Colonist boy. इन्डियालाई कोलोनी बनायो। अनि अझै त्यसको पछि इन्डियालाई त्यहाँले के बनायो भन्दा चाहिँ इन्डियालाई एउटा पोलिटिकल पावर, पोलिटिकल हेजिमोनी, पोलिटिकल पावर। दे सेट अप पोलिटिकल पावर इन इन्डिया। दे सेट अप political power in India. First, they were a trader. They were trader. As a trader, व्यापार गरिसकेपछि they became colonist भइसकेपछि पछि गएर चाहिँ तिनीहरूको आफ्नो पावर, सुप्रिमेसी अफ पावर चाहिँ इस्टाब्लिस गर्यो इन्डियामा। ओके, ट्रेडर एन्ड कोलोनिस्ट, पोलिटिकल पावर, कोलोनिस्ट, ट्रेडर। फर्स्टमा ट्रेडर इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी, त ब्रिटिसहरू दे वेयर द ट्रेडर्स थिए। ट्रेडरबाट कोलोनिस्ट भए, इन्डियालाई कोलोनी बनाए। जस्तो हामी कोलोनियलिजम हामी भन्छौँ, कोलोनिया ल्याटिन वर्ड कोलोनियाबाट आएको कोलोनियलिजम। र इन्डियालाई तिनीहरूले एउटा कोलोनी बनाए। जस्तो ब्रिटेनको, इङ्ल्यान्डको 13 कोलोनिज थियो अमेरिकामा। 13 कोलोनिज इन अमेरिकामा थियो 13 कोलोनिज। त्यस्तै वान अफ द कोलोनी चाहिँ इन्डियामा थियो ब्रिटिसहरूको। फ्रान्सको पनि विभिन्न ठाउँमा थियो फ्रान्सको कोलोनी, फ्रेन्च कोलोनीहरू थियो। इन्डिया को हेऱ्यौँ भने इन्डिया चाहिँ ब्रिटिसको एउटा कोलोनी थियो। कोलोनी भनेको के हो भन्दा चाहिँ हामी भन्छौँ उपनिवेश पनि भन्छौँ। किन भन्दा चाहिँ एउटा पावरफुल कन्ट्रीले एउटा विक कन्ट्रीलाई, लेस पावरफुल कन्ट्रीलाई चाहिँ के गर्ने, डोमिनेट गर्ने इन डिफ्रेन्ट वेज, पोलिटिकली, इकोनोमिकली, डोमिनेट गर्ने काम गर्यो अन्डर द नेम अफ इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी। इन्डियालाई पोलिटिकल्ली अनि इकोनोमिकल्ली के गर्नु थाल्यो, डोमिनेट गर्नु सुरु गर्यो। त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ इन्डिया चाहिँ एट द्याट टाइम इन्डिया वाज ए विक कन्ट्री। त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ अब एउटा पावरफुल कन्ट्रीले आफ्नो देशमा बसेर यहाँको रिसोर्सेस, यहाँको क्यापिटल, यहाँको इकोनोमिक रिसोर्सेस डल्ललाई के गर्ने काम गर्यो, कन्ट्रोल गर्ने काम गर्यो। त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ हामी भन्छौँ यसलाई पोलिटिकल डोमिनेन्स, कोलोनियल डोमिनेन्स, इन्डियालाई डोमिनेट गर्ने। इन्डियालाई डोमिनेट कसरी भन्दा चाहिँ थ्रु फर्स्टमा दे डोमिनेट इन्डिया इकोनोमिकली एन्ड इन कोर्स अफ टाइम दे बिकेम पावरफुल इन एभ्री स्टेप्स, एभ्री उसमा यिनीहरू स्पियरमा यिनीहरू पावरफुल हुँदै गए। फर्स्टमा इकोनोमिक, सेकेन्डमा चाहिँ दे बिकेम पोलिटिकली स्ट्रङ, पोलिटिकल पावर, फर्स्टमा इकोनोमिकली यहाँको इकोनोमीलाई क्याप्चर गर्यो, इन्डियाको इकोनोमीलाई क्याप्चर गर्यो। त्यहाँबाट इन्डियाको पोलिटिकल पावरलाई के गर्यो, सबड्यु गर्यो, क्याप्चर गर्यो। त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ फर्स्टमा चाहिँ तिनीहरूको मोटिभ थियो, इकोनोमिक मोटिभ थियो। दे केम टु इन्डिया विथ द मोटिभ अफ ट्रेड, दे वान्टेड टु ट्रेड इन इन्डिया। अनि पछि गएर यो ट्रेड गरिसकेपछि यिनीहरू ट्रेडर थिए, मैले अघि भनिहालेँ ट्रेडर थिए। ट्रेडरबाट तिनीहरू कोलोनिस्ट भए, यहाँको इकोनोमिक पोलिटिकल पावरलाई क्याप्चर गर्यो कोलोनिस्ट। अनि पोलिटिकल पावर क्याप्चर गरेपछि तिनीहरूले एउटा के बनायो, एम्पायर बनायो, जसलाई भन्छौँ हामी ब्रिटिस इन्डियन एम्पायर भन्छौँ हामी, त्यो बनायो। त्यसले गर्दा फर्स्टमा के भयो त भन्दा यो चाहिँ भयो ब्याकग्राउन्ड भयो, लिटल बिट तिमीलाई छोटकरीमा मैले यो राखेको, यो इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनीको एक्टिभिटिज कसरी आयो इन्डियामा, के को लागि आयो, बिस्तारै अब हामी यसमा टपिकमा हामी पस्दैछौँ। र सबभन्दा पहिला तिनीहरू आएर कहाँ आयो भन्दा चाहिँ इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी कहाँ आयो भन्दा चाहिँ 1613मा गुजरातको सुरतमा ट्रेड गर्नुको लागि त्यहाँनिर इस्टाब्लिस गर्यो। गुजरात सुरतमा 1613मा इङ्ग्लिस सेटलमेन्ट, त्यहाँनिर इङ्ग्लिसहरू त्यहाँनिर सेटल गर्नु थाले, जसलाई भन्छौँ इङ्ग्लिस सेटलमेन्ट इन सुरत। त्यस पछाडि दे प्रोसिडेड टुवर्ड्स बेङ्गाल। एट द्याट टाइम बङ्गालको जुन चाहिँ ट्रेड थियो एकदमै फेमस थियो, बङ्गालको ट्रेड। त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ एउटा उनीहरूको एउटा इकोनोमिक एउटा एपिसेन्टर, एउटा ट्रेडको सेन्टर चाहिँ त्यसले कुनलाई राखे, बङ्गाललाई राखे। बेङ्गलमा आयो, र वी आर गोइङ टु स्टडी द हिस्ट्री अफ बङ्गालमा चाहिँ अब कसरी गरे त, अब बङ्गाल गुजरात फ्याक्ट्रीहरू सेटअप गरे, त्यहाँनिर सुरततिर फ्याक्ट्रीहरू सेटअप गरे ट्रेड गर्नुको लागि। अनि ट्रेड गर्नलाई सेटअप गर्दाखेरि अब यो बङ्गालमा अगाडि आए, बङ्गालमा सर्न थाले। बङ्गालमा आइसकेपछि अब के भयो भन्दा बङ्गालमा हुगली हुगलीमा सेटअप गरे, हुगलीमा ट्रेड सेन्टर्स उनीहरूले खोले, इङ्ग्लिस सेटलमेन्ट त्यहाँ गरे। 1613 डेट इज भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट, इयर इज भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट, 1600 AD, देन 1613। अब हामी आउँछ 1690। 1690 वाट ह्यापन इन 1619? 1690 मा जब चार्नकले he founded the Calcutta city. He founded the foundation of Calcutta. 1690 मा जब चार्नकले he founded Calcutta city. यो चाहिँ कहाँ थियो भन्दा चाहिँ यो चाहिँ सुत्तनतीको एउटा सराउन्डिङमा थियो। सुत्तनतीको सराउन्डिङमा यो कलकत्ता सिटी उनले के गरे, इस्टाब्लिस गरे। र ब्याकमा हामीले हेर्यो भने इन 4th century AD कलकत्ता प्रेजेन्ट जुन चाहिँ अहिलेको जुन चाहिँ कलकत्ता छ त्यो कलकत्ता वाज अ स्मल भिलेज। त्यो टाइममा 4th century AD मा कलकत्ता चाहिँ एउटा स्मल एउटा भिलेज थियो। र 1690 मा जब चार्नक आए, जब चार्नकले 1690 मा कलकत्ता फाउन्डेसन अफ कलकत्ता, नोट गर 1690 वाज द फाउन्डर अफ कलकत्ता भन्नु हुन सक्छ। नानीहरूले नोट गर कि 1690 मा के भएको थियो, अथवा हु वाज द फाउन्डर अफ कलकत्ता सिटी? कलकत्ता सिटी वाज फाउन्डेड बाय जब चार्नक इन 1690। वाट फर वाट पर्पोज भन्दा चाहिँ टु ट्रेड, के को लागि? ट्रेड पर्पोजको लागि, व्यापार गर्नुको लागि चाहिँ जब चार्नकले 1690 मा यो कलकत्ता सिटी के गरे, इस्टाब्लिस गरे। जब चार्नक 1690। प्रोफेसर अकॉर्डिंग टू प्रोफेसर सुशील चौधरी and Om Prakash, they have shown the researches, एउटा रिसर्च गरे दुईजना प्रोफेसर सुशील चौधरी एन्ड ओम प्रकाशले। अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर रिसर्च वाट दे फाउन्ड, त्यसले के भन्यो भन्दा चाहिँ फ्रम 1690 to 1740, 1690 to 1740 यो भित्र यो जुन चाहिँ पिरियड छ, यो पिरियडमा द इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी, इङ्ग्लिस मर्चेन्ट्स, दे इन्भेस्टेड ह्युज अमाउन्ट अफ क्यापिटल इन बेङ्गाल, ह्युज अमाउन्ट अफ मनी इन बेङ्गाल। ट्रेडको लागि, व्यापारको लागि 1690 देखि 1740 सम्ममा ब्रिटिस अथवा मर्चेन्ट्सले अंडर द नेम अफ इंग्लिश ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी गवर्नमेंटले मोनोपोली ट्रेड द्वारा 1690 to 1740 मा ह्युज अमाउन्ट अफ वेल्थ इन्भेस्ट गरेको थियो भनेर भनेका छन्। उनीहरूको रिसर्चमा यो कुराहरू पत्ता लाग्यो 1690 to 1740। ओके 1690 to 1740 यो चाहिँ एउटा रिसर्च गरेर यो चाल पायो। भनेपछि इकोनोमिक मोटिभ द्वारा इंग्लिश ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनीले ट्रेड सुरु गरे। दे वर द ट्रेडर्स फर्स्टमा दे वर द ट्रेडर्स। आफ्टर सम टाइम्स दे बिकेम ए colonist and ultimately they succeed to establish their own empire, what we call the British Indian Empire. ब्रिटिश को एम्पायर इन्डियामा इस्टाब्लिस गर्यो अनि त्यसले भन्ने गर्थे कि सन विल नेभर सेट अन द ब्रिटिश एम्पायर। यस्तो एउटा उनीहरूको एउटा मोटिभ थियो। तर एउटा ठुलो एउटा सपना बोकेर दे ह्याड अ ड्रिम। दे युज टु से द्याट कि सूर्य चाहिँ कहीँ पनि ब्रिटिसको एम्पायरमा कहीँ पनि अस्ताउँदैन भनेर भन्ने गर्थे। त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ उनीहरूको एउटा दे वेयर समटाइम्स दे वेयर द इम्पेरियलिजम, कोलोनियलिजम एन्ड इम्पेरियलिजम दुईटा कुराहरू यो च्याप्टर 2 मा तिमीले च्याप्टर 2 मा हेर्यौ भनेदेखि यो कोलोनियलिजम र इम्पेरियलिजम साम्राज्यवाद भनेर हामी पढ्छौँ। उपनिवेशवाद कोलोनियलिजम भयो अनि इम्पेरियलिजम यो चाहिँ साम्राज्यवादी। दे वान्टेड टु एक्सटेन्ड मोर एम्पायर, दे वान्टेड टु एक्सटेन्ड मोर टेरिटोरिज इन इन्डिया। त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ पछि गएर ब्रिटिसहरूले इन्डियामा आएर टेरिटोरीहरू के गर्नु थाल्यो, एक्सटेन्ड गर्नु थाल्यो एज मच एज पोसिबल। दे ट्राई टु एनेक्स इन्डियन टेरिटोरी, इन्डियाको टेरिटोरीलाई एनेक्स गर्ने कोसिस गर्यो। के को कुन चाहिँ टेरिटोरीमा भन्दा ब्रिटिस इन्डियन टेरिटोरीमा। त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ त्यसलाई भन्छौँ हामी इम्पेरियलिस्ट पनि भन्छौँ हामी, कोलोनियलिस्ट एन्ड इम्पेरियलिस्ट पनि भन्छौँ हामी। र यो चाहिँ च्याप्टर 2 मा छ यो कुराहरू। र 1690 to 1740 जब चार्नोक, 1690 फाउन्डेसन अफ कलकत्ता स्टार्ट गरे जब चार्नोकले। र एज पर द रिसर्च डन बाई द प्रोफेसर्स अफ द टाइम, they found what they found the year 1690 to 1740 यो ग्यापमा यो टाइममा द English merchants or English capitalist they invested huge amount of money in Bengal, huge amount of wealth in Bengal। त्यसले त्यहाँनिर लगानी गरे, त्यहाँबाट नाफा कमाउनु लागि चाहिँ यति धेरै पैसा त्यहाँनिर इन्भेस्ट गरेका थिए। इन्भेस्ट गर्नु भनेको त्यहाँनिर लगानी गरेका थिए भनेर हामी भन्छौँ। ओके 1690 to 1740। अब कसरी पाए तिनीहरूले, कसरी पाए भन्दा चाहिँ किन अब एकैचोटि आएको थियो इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी इन्डियालाई किन एट्याक गर्यो भन्दा चाहिँ पहिला सबभन्दा पहिला चाहिँ तिनीहरूले इन्डियन्सहरूको मेन्टल एट्याक गरे। मेन्टल्ली इन्डियन्सहरूलाई तिनीहरूले के गरे, मोबिलाइज गर्ने काम गरे, मेन्टल अट्याक गरे, मेन्टली तिनीहरूलाई एट्याक गर्ने काम गरे। त्यस पछाडि अब इन्डियन्सहरू को थिए त त्यतिखेर भन्दा चाहिँ इन्डियन्सहरू चाहिँ एकदमै विक, दे वर भेरी विक। All the times the rulers they fought each other. There were jealousies, anger, क्रोध, एउटाले अर्कोको रिस गर्ने, अर्कोले अर्कोको रिस गर्ने। रुलरहरूमा पनि एकता थिएन, they were not united, they were not united। त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ अब यसको फाइदा कसले उठायो भने चाहिँ इङ्ग्लिस दे टुक द एडभान्टेज अफ द सिचुएसन। एट द्याट टाइम बेङ्गाल वाज रुल्ड बाई नवाब्स। सो मुर्शिद कुली खान, अलीवर्दी खान, फर्स्ट मुर्शिद कुली खान, अलीवर्दी खान आए। अलीवर्दी खानबाट सिराजुद्दौलादेखि पछाडि मिर जाफर, पछाडि मिर कासिम। जति पनि नवाब्सहरू थिए बङ्गालको राजाहरू थिए, नवाब भनेको राजा, नवाब मिन्स किङ, रुलर, नवाब। यो नवाब्सहरू चाहिँ कस्तो थिए भन्दा चाहिँ एकाअर्कामा यिनीहरू पनि के थिएन, डिफ्रेन्ट क्यारेक्टरको थिए। त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ यिनीहरूको बिचमा पनि राम्रो थिएन। अल्टिमेटली त्यसको एडभान्टेज चाहिँ कसले लियो भन्दा चाहिँ ब्रिटिसलाई, अङ्ग्रेजहरूलाई चाहिँ एकदमै सजिलो भयो कि तिनीहरूमाथि झगडा गरेर बनाएर त्यसको फाइदा चाहिँ अल्टिमेटली पोलिटिकल बेनिफिट चाहिँ कसले लिने, ब्रिटिसहरूले लिने। त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ अब यो सिचुएसन थियो. दे वर भेरी विक. Indians or the Nawabs or the rulers, they were very weak. They were not united. Disunity were there. All the times they fought each other. There were jealousies, anger. So ultimately British took the advantage of the situation ह्यान्डल गर्यो. त्यो सिचुएसनलाई ह्यान्डल गर्यो ब्रिटिसहरूले. त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ सबभन्दा फाइदा चाहिँ युरोपियन्सहरूलाई भयो यहाँको. त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ यो 1690 to 1740 चाहिँ भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट. यति साह्रो इन्भेस्ट गरे यहाँनिर. बङ्गालको जुन ट्रेजरी छ त्यो ट्रेजरी पनि एकदमै एक्जस्ट भयो बिकज अफ द मोनोपोली ट्रेड. ब्रिटिसहरूको इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनीको मोनोपोली ट्रेडको कारणले गर्दा चाहिँ यहाँको जुन चाहिँ इकोनोमी छ, बङ्गालको जुन चाहिँ इकोनोमी छ त्यो इकोनोमी के भयो, एकदमै एम्टी भयो. ठिक छ, एम्टी भयो. ओके. 1690. नाउ द इयर 1717. Year 1717 is very important. 1717. The year 1717 is very important. के को लागि भन्दा चाहिँ यसलाई भन्छौँ हामी फारुखसियर फर्मन. फारुखसियर, द देन मुगल एम्परर फारुखसियर फर्मन. FIRMAN. फारुखसियरले एउटा फर्मन इस्यु गरे. कसलाई भन्दा? टु द इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी. इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनीलाई एउटा फर्मनले इस्यु गरे. वाट यु कल द फारुखसियर फर्मन. सो फर्मन मिन्स दस्तक. यसलाई दस्तक पनि भन्छौँ हामी. फर्मन मिन्स दस्तक or license. फर्मन मिन्स लेख. फर्मन भनेको के हो भन्दा चाहिँ FIRMAN फर्मन. फारुखसियर भनेको मुगल एम्पररको नाम फारुखसियर, जसलाई भन्छौँ हामी. उनले इस्यु गरेको फर्मन जारी गरे. फर्मन भनेको के भनेको भन्दा चाहिँ FIRMAN फर्मन भनेको चाहिँ लाइसेन्स अथवा दस्तक अथवा पर्मिट. यसलाई भन्छौँ हामी पर्मिट पनि भन्छौँ. पर्मिट अथवा प्रिभिलेज पनि भन्छौँ हामी. प्रिभिलेज दस्तक. फर्मन मिन्स अ दस्तक or license or the permit or the privilege. So के भनेको थियो भने चाहिँ as per the Farukshire Farmans English East India Company got a permission to do trade freely in Bengal. बङ्गालमा अब यो फर्मन अनुसार चाहिँ यो दस्तक अनुसार चाहिँ यो लाइसेन्स पायो. दे गट द लाइसेन्स टु परफर्म अर टु डु ट्रेड इन बेङ्गाल फ्रिली. सो इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी दे गट द फर्मन बाई द देन मुगल एम्परर फारुखसियर. ही gave the फर्मन टु द इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनी इन 1717, जसलाई भन्छौँ हामी फारुखसियर फर्मन्स. यो फर्मन कसले पायो भन्दा चाहिँ इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनीले पायो. के को लागि भन्दा चाहिँ फ्री ट्रेड गर्नुको लागि, मोनोपोली ट्रेड बङ्गालमा गर्नुको लागि यो फर्मन पायो फारुखसियर. सो इन लियो अफ दिज यो फर्मनले लाइसेन्स पाइसकेपछि ब्रिटिसहरूले चाहिँ के गर्नु पर्यो भन्दा चाहिँ मुगल एम्पररलाई annually 26 lakhs British अथवा English East India Company had to pay a sum of rupees 26 lakhs to the emperor per annum. 26 lakh of rupees चाहिँ के गर्नु पर्यो, रुपीस के गर्नु पर्यो, लाख अफ रुपीस चाहिँ एनुअली पर एनम भनेको पर एनम भनेको वर्षको, एक वर्षमा 26 लाख रुपियाँ चाहिँ कसलाई बुझाउनु पर्थ्यो, फारुक शेयर अथवा मुगल एम्पायरलाई बुझाउने। यो कन्डिसनमा चाहिँ फारुक शेयर फर्मन पाए इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनीले 1717 र यो चाहिँ भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट स्टेप्स टुवर्ड्स द डेभलपमेन्ट अफ ब्रिटिस रुल इन इन्डिया। सो 1717, सो फर्मन अफ 1717 इस्युड बाई फारुक शेयरले यो फर्मन डिक्लेयर इस्यु गरेका थिए। यो इस्यु गरिसकेपछि अब इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनीले मोनोपोली ट्रेडको लाइसेन्स पायो अनि यो लाइसेन्स पाइसकेपछि वर्षको 26 lakhs अफ रुपिस चाहिँ दे ह्याड टु गिभ टु द मुगल एम्पायर, यो कन्डिसनमा गर्यो। त्यसले गर्दा 1717 को जुन चाहिँ फारुक शेयर जुन चाहिँ फर्मन छ इज भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट। फर्मन मिन्स दस्तक और लाइसेन्स और पर्मिट पनि भन्छौँ हामी, पर्मिसन पाए, लाइसेन्स पायो कि मोनोपोली ट्रेड चाहिँ बङ्गालमा अब स्टार्ट भयो। त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ 1600 to AD to 1717 मा आउँदा चाहिँ इङ्ग्लिस इस्ट इन्डिया कम्पनीले अब यहाँ आइसकेपछि ट्रेड लाइसेन्स पायो कि बङ्गालमा फ्रीली ट्रेड गर्ने एउटा के पायो, लाइसेन्स पायो। र मैले आशा राखेको छु कि यो जुन चाहिँ अनलाइन जुन चाहिँ क्लास छ, आजको जुन चाहिँ क्लास छ त्यो क्लास म सक्दै आउँदैछु, कन्क्लुजनमा आउँदैछु कि यो फर्मन फारुक शेयर फर्मनसम्म आजलाई राख्दै यो क्लास म यहीँ समाप्त गर्न चाहन्छु। आजलाई यही यो 1717 को जुन चाहिँ छ फारुक शेयर फर्मन, यो फर्मन तिमीहरूले बुझ्यो होला भन्ने मैले आशा राखेको छु। र दया गरी इयर इभेन्ट्सलाई अलिकति याद गर्दै जाने। र हामी कता जाँदैछौँ अब भन्दा चाहिँ अब नेक्स्ट क्लासमा चाहिँ हामी सर्कमस्टान्सेस लिडिङ टु द ब्याटल अफ प्लासी पनि भन्छौँ हामी, पलासी पनि भन्छौँ, ब्याटल अफ प्लासी। In the next class we shall discuss about the what was the circumstances leading to the battle of Plassey 1757। यो पनि एउटा के हो भन्दा चाहिँ यो चाहिँ ब्याटल अफ प्लासीको एउटा सर्कमस्टान्सेस हो। यहीँबाट ब्याटल स्टार्ट हुनुको लागि चाहिँ अब यहाँबाट सुरु हुँदैछ 1717। डियर स्टुडेन्ट्स, यो जुन चाहिँ क्लास छ यो क्लासलाई म यहीँ आजको यो क्लास चाहिँ अन्त गर्दै यो हामीले फारुक शेयर फर्मन 1717 सम्मको क्लासलाई फेरि म नेक्स्ट क्लासमा यसलाई कन्टिन्यू गर्नेछु।